Another thing that we were required to do for this project was to import a picture. Now this could be a picture that we have from the internet, or it could be a picture that we've created and edited in another piece of software. I'm going to simply choose a picture off of the internet. Now I've got some pictures of suns here because I was originally going to use the sun as my picture. But instead, I think I'm going to use a flower because flowers like sunshine. So I'll pick a flower. I'm looking for a comical flower, not a real one. So let's go ahead and hit cartoon flower. This should bring up some sort of clip art type picture. Here we go. We've got this nice daisy. It seems like a good background picture. I'm going to save this nice daisy to my background. When I save it, I'm going to save it to my H drive. That way I'll know where it is. I should make sure that I give it an appropriate name. Cartoon flower makes sense to me, so I'll save it to my H drive under cartoon flower. Going back into Flash, to bring this cartoon flower onto the screen, I need to make sure that I go to Import and Import to Library. From there, I can choose my flower and select Import to Library. You'll now see that my cartoon flower has shown up. Notice it's beside my sun. If I want to put my flower on the stage, I can drag it and put a copy of my flower right on the actual stage itself. Now, this isn't the perfect picture because it has a white background. And if I scroll back in my timeline, you'll notice the flower doesn't exist. That's because when I dragged it across on the 37th keyframe. Moving behind that, it doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to choose my flower and only my flower and delete it. When I delete it, it doesn't delete from my library. It only deletes from my frame. I'll go over that again because often people delete more than one thing. I'll drag the flower on, and if I click on the flower and click delete, it should delete. Notice if you have multiple items deleted, you'll see multiple frames around them. It's important to click off the side of the stage and only delete the item you want to delete. Because I'm putting a flower on, I think I should probably insert a new layer. I'll call this layer Flower. And now it's important to decide where I want this flower added. By the way, since I'm done with my sun animation, I'm going to go ahead and lock that layer so that I can't make any changes to it. I think I want my flower added to the very beginning. So I'll drag my flower across and add it to the beginning. Notice it's still an image. I can do things like resize it if I want. And to resize it, I'll right click and choose Free Transform. That will bring up my handles, allowing me to change the actual size of the flower. I'll put the flower right in the center on the grass. Now I know it doesn't look very nice because it has that white box around it, but hopefully you can find or create some transparent background images. Now, I've only added that flower to the first frame. If I go to the next frames, you'll see that that flower is still there. I can now edit that flower, or I can save that flower as a symbol so that it can move and disappear. But for now, I think I just want to watch the sun go over top of my flower. And that's all we need to do to insert an image to our new stage.